22 lesson 22
22
22
Okay ค่ะ Okay, we talk about the conversation. First time that when you see people,
Okay.
yeah, it's a basic that we learned before. But I
Okay.
just want to put them together
Okay.
when you see the new people.
Okay.
What Thai like to ask?
Yeah, good. Okay,
Like,
so you're meeting people and go on.
Yeah, like สวัสดีค่ะ
Sawadee Kap. So ka for a woman, kap for a guy.
Yeah, and Thai will ask you คุณชื่ออะไรคะ
Chu alai, so that's your name. So upon chu alai, upon chu Robert. And then I'll say kun chu alai, chu name, or is to be named, I guess literally is what it means. Kun chu alai, and alai is what. So your name, what?
Yeah, ฉันชื่ออุศนีค่ะ Normally Thai like to tell you nickname.
That's true. The Thais, let's talk about that for a sec. Yeah, the Thais, everybody that I've met so far, probably everybody, has a nickname. There's typically a longer name that, well, Usini, that's your actual real name, I think, right? Yeah. That sounds like a real Thai name. But typically it'll be like bird, nok, or small, which is noi.
Yeah. Thai like to have a nickname like a sound cute, sound nice. Sometimes we don't worry about the meaning, like a donut, or that is just a sound, or look nam. Look nam is like a small mosquito in the water,
Oh.
But it sound cute, like look nam, like a water, baby water. Look nam is sound cute. And sometimes animal, but cute animal or can eat.
Yeah.
Not about the snake or centipede, not that. The
No, the cob. No,
not the
nickname
cob.
is,
Yeah.
So just quick lesson: if you see people, hear people shouting "da cob," and they're pointing at the floor, that's a giant centipede. You want to get moving. Ask me how I know this from yesterday. Anyways, so they'll have a nickname. It's something typically 1 or 2 syllables. It's much easier. Typically, it's an easier word for us to say. But just so you know, that's not their very unlikely that's their actual real name. And sometimes they have more than one nickname. They might have, if they deal with a lot of foreign people, they might have an English nickname and a Thai nickname. Like my lady Fawn, that's her English nickname. She has a Thai nickname and then a Thai formal name. And that's real common for someone that deals with Westerners a lot. So just FYI.
Yeah, so ชื่ออะไรนะ and then I say ชื่ออุศนีค่ะ and the second question people like to ask you คุณมาจากประเทศอะไรคะ
Yeah, majak is come from, and bratet is country or nation. So they're asking you what country you're from because they're going to see very obviously that we're foreigners, right? And they're going to know that already. No need to say that one. And they're going to want to know where you're from because they're very curious. Thais are curious people, and one way they socialize is they will ask a lot of questions. That's the culture here. They just ask questions, and that's how they get to know you. It indicates an interest that they're interested. So, majak bratet alai, what country are you from? And then you can just say Canada, Australia, and if you speak slowly and clearly in English, they'll understand you.
Yeah. And Thai also like to ask you คุณพักที่ไหนคะ Park like a stay.
Oh, I know pak. Yeah, it sounds slightly different. Pak is vegetable. We said pak. You slightly different too.
Vegetable is pak.
Yeah.
พักที่ไหน Where do you stay? คุณพักที่ไหนคะ Because they will not ask you อยู่ที่ไหน because just see you. Think you just come and then where do you stay? Like คุณพักที่ไหนคะ
Okay.
I like to ask.
Yeah, so Tinai, when you see Tinai, that's always where. Tinai, that's where, that's a place. And you'll hear that, and if you ever learn to read, it's really easy to see reading because it's just 2 characters, a T and an I. But you'll hear that a lot. So every time you hear Tinai, that's where. And so if you miss the pak, like I swear, Usini, that's a quarter of a tone difference between vegetable and place. You're saying that is dayin muk. really hard to hear. And I think I hear the tones way better than most foreigners, but wow, that's a tough one. But if you just hear T9, they want to know where, and you can just say wherever you're at. If you say like you're staying at the big Central Plaza, they call Centron Plaza, you say Centron Plaza, or you say Kolat, T9 Kolat, or whatever. You'd answer T Kolat, UT Kolat, but if you just say T9 Kolat, they'll understand you. We crawl from the baby level of speech into something better and better, so that's okay.
Yeah. Thai like to ask that คุณพักที่ไหนคะ and you will say ผมพักที่ and the place.
I'm in Nansung. I would just say Nansung, and most Thais are surprised there's a foreigner living in Nansung because it's absolutely not a place known for its foreigner population, and quite frankly, I like it that way.
In Kolat, some people say ผมพักที่โรงแรม something.
Hotel. The Fortune Hotel in Kolat, I swear to God, it must be 10% foreigners on a good day. Every expat I know has stayed there at least some part of the time. It has a pool. It's got the world's crappiest exercise room. But it has a great location, it's not that expensive, and it's a pretty nice hotel. Moderately posh, and it's a great breakfast buffet.
Ask the name and the country มาจากประเทศอะไร and พักที่ไหน and sometimes Thai ask like คุณทำงานไหม
Oh yeah, so Tamnan is work. Tamnan is work. So you'll hear Tamnan a lot, and we already know is a question. It's a yes or no. Do you have you? So Tamnan mai, do you work? So when you hear Tamnan, then that's work, and you can say Tamnan, what you do for work. You can say, if you speak it in English slowly, they'll probably understand. You can say manager, engineer, teacher or something. Again, if you speak slow and clear, most Thais, if they're speaking to you, they probably have some command of English that is probably much more than you're being led to realize. They're very shy people. They typically understand a lot more than you're gonna understand they do. Anyways, so yeah, you can just speak it that way. If you're retired like I am, you can say Gasian. It's Gasian.
Gasian,
Gasian.
ผมเกษียณแล้ว
Pom Gasian Leo. I retire already. But be careful with that, because if you say Gasian, they will assume rather strongly that you're at least 60 or 65 years old, depending on their understanding of Gasian, what the age of retirement is. And if you don't want to project your age at that level, and you may not want to for various social reasons, you then say Gasian early, and you need to say Gasian early, and you need to really enunciate that so you hit that early part. Or just don't say you're retired. Just say whatever you used to do before. You can just say my Tamnan or by Tio, or whatever. You can kind of take it from there. My Tio is on tour vacation, whatever. But because I did that, and Fawn was chiding me not to say Gasian because everyone was assuming I was 65 years old. She did not need everyone in the village thinking she had a 65-year-old guy. That was not. There's some social baggage with that, so just be careful.
This I just know. Okay. ทำงานไหมนะ the next question and คุณอยู่ที่เมืองไทย
คุณอยู่ที่เมืองไทย
or คุณอยู่ที่โคราชนานเท่าไหร่แล้ว
นานเท่าไหร่แล้ว
นานเท่าไหร่แล้ว
นานเท่าไหร่แล้ว so how long have you lived here? So I get that question a lot, and I think you'll get that question a lot. UT is live at, UT, live at, and Muang Thai is their word for Thailand. And typically they'll say Muang Thai. I don't know why they don't say Thai. I think I've never heard a Khon Thai say Thailand. They always say Muang Thai or Baratet Thai. Baratet is country, and that's the formal word for it. 90% of the time they're going to say Muang Thai, which is the way they really speak. It's the colloquial. On the news broadcast, they'll say Baratet Thai, but nobody really talks like that. If you follow, that's extremely formal speech. I've heard that maybe 3 times. I hear Muang Thai almost I hear it every day. So if you hear UT Muay Thai, how long, or that's live at Thailand, they're asking you how long you've lived, and you can say B is year, you can say Nung Bi, Sam Bi, and you say Leo, that means already. Otherwise, maybe you're saying, I'm hoping to live here 3 years. You say Nung Bi Leo, Sam Bi Leo,
แล้ว yeah
Song Bi Leo, 1, 2, or 3 years already. And that's a great conversation opener, because they're very curious how long you've lived here. That'll give them an
Yeah.
expectation of your language ability, of maybe what you know or not. It'll help establish a conversation.
yeah
Yeah, they ask that right away.
Yeah.
Obviously, she's. I mean, UC is always going to be right with this. She's Khmer Thai, but those are the common questions for sure.
yeah it like to ask you like คุณอยู่ที่เมืองไทยนานเท่าไหร่แล้ว or คุณอยู่ที่โคราชนานเท่าไหร่แล้ว and you can answer 2 ปีแล้ว whatever
Yeah.
and also the next question คุณชอบอาหารไทยไหม
Yeah, you'll get that all the time.
all the time
So chomp something mai, chomp something mai. You want to absolutely memorize and know that pattern. We've taught that before in a prior lesson. You really want to have that one on the forefront, because they're going to ask you chomp mung thai mai. Do you like Thailand? I've had chomp kon thai. Do you like
ชอบ
the
คน
Thai
ไท
people?
ยไหม
And that's really pointed. And the answer is chomp mak. I mean, you unless you're really
yeah
looking for trouble. And then ahan. Ahan is
Ahan Thai.
food. So
Yeah.
ahan Thai food. You'll get those 3 questions for sure. They just want to get to know you, and the Thais take great pride in, one, it's a very high politeness standard here. The Thais are, on average, much more polite than most people back where I'm back at home in Detroit. My friends are all super polite people, but the average person there is fairly polite. Here the Thais are very polite, and they're very proud of that. They're proud of their food, as they should be. It's absolutely incredible. They're very proud of their whole country and all these things, and they will ask you if you like them or not, and it's another conversation opener.
yeah I think that's it
I think that's a great lesson. So, okay.
โอเคค่ะ สวัสดีค่ะ
Sawadee Cup. No. Thank you for supporting my YouTube channel. Thank you very much.